goes the bell. Today is Wednesday, February 10th. Jesus. The TRCH is in a big uptrend. I'm going to look at naked, NAKD, and TRCH, as well as NAK. Those are the three that I'm going to watch. NAK, TRCH, and NAKD and NAK. I'm going to pull up my triple chart view for these three. NAK is jumping up. It's 200.93, 210. So I'm in a position on NAK and NAKD. I have two trades in NAKD and I'm waiting for the price to go above 1.44. Chewy, stop. Stop. Get down. Down. Stop. Go away. And here I got in at 0.934. It's 938. Go ahead and get in again on this one. 0.9388. That's a dip below the trend line there. This is going down. Let's see if it jumps back up. So now I'm in 2 on both of them. 0.9388 is where I got in here. .9388. 0.9388 is where we're at. I got in again there. 0.9391. My average on these 0.9375. I'm still watching this one. So on Monday I tested how high up I could ride a wave. On Tuesday I tested how large of a amount of dollars I could trade comfortably within my risk tolerance. And today with these two I'm testing how long, as far as a period of time, I can comfortably hold something, because I'm in two losing positions as of now. But yesterday I learned a valuable lesson because I lost out on a $200 trade because I sold 3 candles too early. So the trick here is that both of these, well, not NAKD, but NAK over the course of the last 2 days has been going up and up and up. So it's just in this massive uptrend, and I don't necessarily see any signs of reversal. I could look on my RSI. There's a tiny bit of divergence there. but it's already dipped. So I probably should be getting out of this, but I think it's just still gonna go up based off of what it's been doing over the past couple of days. And this one's about to hit this wedge point. This wedge point's actually a little higher. SNDL just broke the high. I could get in on that. It's 200 divided by 2.7 equals 74. I can get 70 of these. I'm in it. SNDL. I got 70 at 2799. So I'm in a position in all three of these. I'm up 14 on this one, down 18 on this one, and this one's kind of just hovering. I want to get out here on this one. Yeah, lack of sleep will definitely affect your reaction time. Thinking very slowly right now. I know I'm talking very slowly, but I didn't sleep well at all last night. I probably shouldn't be trading now. Could miss up the opportunity though. Even though I'm negative 20 on this one, I am pretty sure it's going to bounce back from that. If it doesn't, then I need to watch this right now because it's getting... all these candles are showing me indecision here. If I didn't see these long wicks on this, I would sell. But I see 1, 2, 3, 4 red candles with long wicks. So I'm in these three positions. SNDL, I got in. My average price is 2823. We're at 2931. I'm in the green, $24 so far. This has gone down. I'm in the red, $20, but it's showing a lot of support here with these consecutive long wicks. NAKD is looking kind of like a market maker to me, but it's still going up. It's just going very, very slowly. So here, I'm gonna watch these couple of candles because if it breaks this line and goes below this line, then I need to get out. But it's kind of holding that line there. This guy is still going up. I was waiting for this dip. I'm just gonna ride these dips. I'm just gonna ride all three of these for as long as I can to see how high they go, because they're all three going pretty aggressively in the up direction. So like I said earlier, on Monday I tested how high up I could ride a stock comfortably and checked my emotions during the whole process. On Tuesday I tested the size of what I could comfortably trade, and I pushed my limits on how much I could put in on a single trade comfortably. And today I'm testing the amount of time, the period of time that I can actually hold something. And I'm just experimenting with all of these kind of variables because I wasn't making money the way that I was trading in the first couple of weeks. I would just buy in a couple of candles, get in a couple of candles, and I'd get really freaked out if the candles didn't move in the direction that I wanted to. But yesterday I was able to stomach a $65 loss without sweating it. And this one here, I bought in at this pink line and just literally rode it all the way down and lost 30 bucks off of that. And now it's almost instantly just jumped back up. I'm just now -6. these two are fluctuating, but they're both still going up. So my thinking here is that when these are all done consolidating in these areas that they're in, that they're going to jump up to these new areas, which is where I've placed these green lines. So I'm thinking more long term, as far as, you know, not just getting in and out within a couple of minutes. I'm thinking more like 20-30 minute swings. It may even take a little bit longer, but I think that I've used all of... I haven't used all of my buying power actually, because on NAKD I only got in at 240 when I could have gotten in at 300 or 400, something like that. So I'm still just going to ride these up regardless of what the P&Ls are showing and what they're doing. They're all going up, and that's the key thing here, is that these trend lines are moving up. This is a massive trend line here, and it hasn't broken this trend line. These haven't broken the trend lines. So as far as I'm concerned, they're just going to continue to go up and ride these trend lines. And if I can actually wait and ride it this far, then that's going to be more of a significant profit for me. They're going up, so over time I will make money. I just need to give it the time to get there. I can't get there within a couple of candles. It has to do the consolidation, the expansion, and then the trend. That's the life cycle of a trend. And now they're consolidating. It looks like NAKD is expanding now. It's breaking out of the consolidation. But these two guys down here are still consolidating. This expanded here a little bit. I need to look at selling this. Let's sell that. I sold half of my position on NAKD. It almost jumped up to the line for my target. So my target is at 156. I can still buy in again on NAKD. That is a really good buy indicator there. That is a huge wick. I'm still in on NAKD. I kind of want to just keep riding it with this position here. SNDL is not moving a whole lot, but I'm up about $10 here. I'm down $10 here. But like I said, all three of these, this is breaking out a little bit. It's moved away from my moving averages. This is just kind of halted and just lost all its momentum. This is still moving up very, very slowly. But very consistently. So this, I'm liking the way that this one's looking right now, actually. This has potential to dump on me. This doesn't really have much of that. So I'm in 3 positions. I have NAKD, I still have 140. SNDL, I'm in it with 210 shares. And then on NAK, I have 630. I could do 4 individual trades after this or another pyramid stack. I had a little bit extra buying power because I didn't use all of it yesterday. I'm starting to wake up now. It took me a minute. I'm looking to sell here. Because there's a lot of sell potential there. So I just sold. I'm out of my positions on NAKD. I can buy in again though. And I'm waiting for this dip. Saw that this dip was about to happen. Got out, and now I can wait for this dip to continue back up. I'm gonna go ahead and lock this in. Sell half of that. I have 140. Sell that again. Just locking it in as it's going up. And I'll sell there. So as of right now, I'm up 28 plus 26. It's $54 for the day until I close this one out. So now I just need to break even on NAK, and that'll be my first $50 day. I need to at least recoup the $10 off of NAK and exit this out. So NAKD is at 150 now. I can do 200 divided by 1.5. It's 133. I can get 133 of those. Wait for confirmation of a reversal. I think that's good enough for me, honestly. It's holding there pretty strong. Wait for this seller to go away. I have a big seller here. As soon as this number goes away, I'm going to jump in. Gotta wait for that seller to go away. Got it there. So I'm in NAKD again. I got 133. I got in at 1528. 1528, 153, 1529. 53. Zoom in on this. So I'm in at 153, 39, and then average is 1.538, so my average is 1.535. So I'm trying to come closer to breaking even, which is why I entered this second trade, but I'm already showing some red, so I need to make sure that this continues the uptrend. It's consolidating again. But I want to wipe out the red for this and at bare minimum break even on this one. So I just want to make $12 here to break even on this one. If this one goes up, even better. I just saw that dip on NAKD. It did wipe out all my gains though. Ugh. So I'm still in my full position on NAK. Negative 15 there. I don't really see it coming back up from there. But again, hasn't broken the trend line. None of these have broken trend line, so all three are still going up. And now NAKD is gapping up slightly. I think this is the most patient that I've been while trading. I'm getting way better at not getting emotional over this stuff. I have a strategy in place. I just need to follow and trust my strategy, but something that I haven't been doing is just giving it time to grow. The stocks grow very rapidly in parabolic trends, but that's just in a parabolic trend, which are usually triggered by a news catalyst. So that's not typical. What I'm seeing here is just typical trading, just your back and forth tug of wars. So I've adjusted my time horizon on these from just a couple of candles to a longer period. Maybe the majority of the afternoon, trying to wait for these to just kind of slowly go up. There we go. NAK's starting to move up now. I've broken even on the losses that I had. Now I'm back positive, even though that position is negative $26 position. I do think that I got greedy here again. I could have just walked away with a $50 day, but I wanted to. It would have been a $40 day, and I wanted it to be a $50 day, so I entered a second trade after winning a lot and instantly lost it. That's the second time that I've done that. But I think I have a little bit more wisdom this time, because I'm still pretty confident that this is going to hold this trend line and just skyrocket back up. I cannot do. This is dipping way below what I need it to. I might just sell that, but again, we'll see. See, I can't just get emotional because I see red. It did test the trend line. I've moved this trend line a couple times, but it didn't break. The next candle's still holding. That's okay. That's still okay. These things take time. I have to be patient and wait for them to do their thing. I have to be extra patient when it's in a not so volatile market. I mean, NAK down on the bottom spiked up early in the day and just stopped moving. It's literally just kind of been hovering around the same price for a hot minute. I got in at the purple line around, I'm in at 937 there. I should have just walked away with the $40. I would have been $40 green, where now I'm not green again. It's greed. Greed is my worst enemy. Some thunder. Greed is where I lose money. If I make a big win, I need to walk away from the computer. That's going to be a new rule. Big win equals walk away. That way I can't enter in another trade and just lose my wins. I waited for, a while to make that relative to what I usually wait. It's good to know that $50 is well within my reach, though, on my current account. It's like these numbers are already small for me. That a week ago, I would have thought that I was nuts to be able to make $50 a day. I didn't actually think it was possible with my account. And now I'm doing it. So, granted, I haven't closed a $50 day, but the point being is that I'm able to make $50 trades. There's a $26 trade, a $25 trade, a $30 trade. I'm able to make the amount of money that I need to be making in order to make this full time for me. And I'm on a cash account, not using margin. And I'm still learning and still getting better. So this is definitely a learning process. I mean, I'm still green for the day, though. I'm still, as of now, $20 green, but it could have been $40. It's this trade here made me enter another trade because I wanted to wipe out this negative trade. And this negative trade kind of got under my skin because I wanted to have a all green day. So I tried to enter another trade to wipe out that negative trade. And I wiped out the existing trade that I just made. That's twice that I've done that. I've wiped out good gains because I immediately entered another trade. So if I win, I walk away. Now it's jumping back up. NAKD is coming back up. I'm watching this one though because this is testing this line here. This is a really critical point here. Could either dip significantly below this line, and if it dips below that line, then that's a red flag for me to get out. Could also test that line and jump back up. Just trying to break even on this one. Also on this one, if I could break even on these, I'd be happy. Because breaking even on this would put me back to a $40 day. 35-ish. I just sold some of my position in NAK to lock in the gains that I already had. Now I'm about to break even. If I can just break even, I'll be happy here. See how high it goes. Still have 420 in here. 420 shares on this. That purple line is where I got in at 19.937, 938. Just broke above that. Almost gapped up a little bit. I also have about 400 shares here that I'm watching. Hang on to these 420 here. I'm trying to close the day out with 50 bucks. I'd be super happy if I could do that. I'm really close to that right now. I just need NAKD to jump back up to that green line a little bit. I need this one to go green. The only reason I'm still hanging on to NAK, I still have 210 in this one, because it's about to break this previous high. And usually when stuff breaks the previous high, it breaks out of that pretty quickly. So I want to keep hanging on to this one. I'm losing on this one here though. That's the one that I regret getting back into. Not even going to try and sugarcoat it this time. I straight up should not have gotten back into this one. That was an almost $30 trade. A green trade, and turned it into pretty much nothing. So I'm still in an NAKD. I managed to close this one out for $26, and this one was at right around 28 or something like that. I just immediately turned around and jumped back into it like a fucking idiot. That's the second time I've done that. Never try and go for two big trades. Just do one big trade at a time and then watch it. Don't do two consecutive big trades until you plan that shit out. You have to plan out each individual trade, so you can't just blindly jump back in trying to do the same thing you did in the first one when you actually sat and planned the first one out. I've planned all of these out. I have, entry and exit lines. I was dealing with support lines and resistance lines, and when you enter in again, you're just kind of going blindly into a trade, and I've done that twice already and lost significantly immediately after I gained significantly. Oh, that's no good. It's trying to come back down to VWAP now. I don't think it's gonna dip though. I don't think that it's gonna drop. There's too much action in this for it to drop. Hey, I told you, I'm gonna sit there and wait. I'm gonna ride all these until I get where I want to get. That one's dipping severely. This one's going up. So I'm watching both of these. Sell there. I'm out here, but this is wiping out everything that I've made so far today. I have $3.99 in there, so I can sell 3 different times. Let's see that now all those big sellers are out of the way. We can get some buyers back in here. I'm out. Now this is the only one I'm focusing on. So I'm actually going to double check. I'm not in an open position, any of those. So I'm going to take NAKD to my single level. This is a clear sign of expansion. You have consolidation into a narrow channel, a wedge consolidation pattern here. And then you have expansion, so it's testing a new high, and now it's coming down and testing a new low. So you have consolidation, expansion, and then trend after that. So it's about to enter into a trend after this consolidation, and if I'm not mistaken, it just did a trend. So here's trend, consolidation, this is all consolidation, expansion, and then trend again, hopefully. Expansion, trend. So yeah, here's your expansion, trend, consolidation, expansion, trend, consolidation. I mean, I think I originally got in over here somewhere, up in here, and I should have just exited because it's been struggling to come back to that point since. it's going to come back right over here, possibly sooner. I'm thinking right over here. So I'm going to put a little arrow for my target exit location. That's a clear indicator of expansion. Also, really good buy signals here. It's bouncing off of VWAP. There's a lot of buy potential right here, more so than sell potential. A bunch of sellers just dumped, so still a little bit of selling going on, but I still think this is about to shoot up. I still have my target exit where that arrow is. I think this is about to dip again, and if it hits 20, I'll probably just... Oh, well, there's 22. I might consider just taking my green here. I'll wait. I don't have anything telling me to sell just yet. Still got some time for it to get back up. I want it to go up one more candle. I want to get $50 for the day. Kind of a personal goal for myself to make $50 in a day. I thought it would take me 4 months to get to where I could make $50 a day. It only took me about a week and a half. If I can close today out with $50. Boom. $50 on the dot almost. There. It's my first $50 day. I'm happy with that. So today my win rate was 63%. My average win was $8.94. My average loss was $2.89. So today my average wins heavily outweighed my average losses. And yesterday my average win was $10 and my average loss was $13. I still ended up positive yesterday. I ended up about $15 positive yesterday, and I'm $50 positive today. So this is where the trading starts. I'm more or less done with learning all of the mechanics and the fundamentals and processes and the things that I need to do. I've learned all of what I need to start trading. So now I can start trading with bigger just bigger share sizes. Honestly, I can trade with bigger dollar amounts now that I'm comfortable in all aspects of it. I'm comfortable with the risk management. I'm comfortable with my approach, my strategy, my analysis, my execution, and my ability to track and log everything. I'm comfortable with all of it now. I'm comfortable with where my emotions are and how I'm handling the trades. So now I can actually start trading. And I'm going to look into switching over to a margin account soon. But I've mentioned in another one of my videos that for me to switch over to a margin account, I have to be consistently having my averages outweigh my average wins outweigh my average losses. And I've only done it for a couple of days in a row, but at least now I have the tools and the skills and the wisdom to do it. There were multiple times today. I mean, I entered 3 trades at once, and at one point 2 of them were very red at the same time, and under normal circumstances, I would have just dipped out of those trades. And today I sat through them and trusted that the market was just going to continue its trend and go up. And I didn't see any signs of breaking the trend, so I stayed in them. And I made the mistake of getting out of one too early yesterday. I still, I think I made some money off of it. I can't remember exactly how much I made off that single trade. But I think I made about $65 off of the trade. That, or no, I was $65 red or something like that. But the point is that I ended up selling, and about 3 candles after I sold, it shot up and just skyrocketed. And if I would have just hung on to that for just a couple more candles and rode that wave, I could have ended up with a single trade that profited me about $180. And again, I haven't changed the dollar amount that I trade per day from the previous weeks. The only thing that I've adjusted is my technique and my risk tolerance, and also just my approach and strategy. So I've changed a lot, but it was all necessary changes because I wasn't making money doing what I was doing. I was more or less just learning how to trade and the mechanics of it and what I needed to do, what buttons I needed to press. You know, I haven't experienced a halt really. Now I've experienced halts, technical errors. The one thing that I have yet to experience, and I'm still waiting for, is a major dip. I'm talking like a big seller just comes in and just dumps, and it tanks that specific stock. And I think that a lot of new traders are kind of oblivious to the fact that this is still a possibility. This entire market is overextended, and I think the only thing that's keeping it afloat right now are all of the retail traders, the volume of retail traders. And you saw this with GameStop. The sheer volume of retail traders can definitely manipulate the markets, and I think right now all the retail traders just buy, and all that. I mean, that it's one thing to trade the stock market, but you got to understand that these stocks are associated with the value of these companies. So when you overextend their value, the prices are going to snap back to their natural market value. We're trading over market value for most of these stocks. At some point, they're going to come back down. So I'm kind of going on a soapbox here, but I'm really excited about where I'm going with this. The $50 day was a big landmark for me, because when I decided to trade, I told myself, if I can just make $50 a day, then I know that I can do this. And I set that as a small goal, because if you can make $50 a day consistently, then all you have to do is just start implementing things like what I did today. I traded 3 stocks at once. So now you can factor that, a couple more times. I could have made $150. If each of those trades was a $50 trade, I would have done $150 in that day. So I just needed to figure out how to make $50 a day. Now that I know how to make $50 a day, in order to double that, all I have to do is just increase the amount of money I'm putting up front. But the actual mechanics, the technique, the execution, the planning, the strategy, all of that doesn't change. What I change is the amount of money that I use each time I do that. So I've effectively learned how to trade. Now I can learn how to make more profits. And moving to a margin account is going to be the first step. Increasing my share size is going to be the next step. And then after the fact, don't really have a game plan for that. I'm just going to continue to do what I'm doing and keep showing improvements, because every single day that I trade, I'm learning a tremendous amount of information. So I'll leave on that note.